And I'm TNT Dynamite, the explosive one. Let's crack into another one.
TNT.
Yeah, man. Yo!
We don't do redos very often, but you said you got something that you looked up and we got to redo it.
Yeah, Jonas. We did an episode last week where I got into some pretty heavy feelings that I was having about the current political situations that were occurring in the country.
Okay.
Especially in regards to Venezuela and the recent occupation. Is it just occupation?
The occupation.
Is it the occupation? It can't be the occupation.
Anyways, us going in and stealing a man from the night.
So, Jonas.
Yes, sir.
I think that Donald Trump is the most transparent president that we've ever had.
Transparent?
Yes. When I said that all politicians lie, is how I started it out.
Okay.
I didn't realize that Donald Trump is the most transparent president.
So you have a shirt with him on it now, like a good one?
No, and honestly, we're gonna get there. All right. Let me start out with saying I did not know a lot about the Maduro.
Okay.
I didn't know a lot about him. I actually did research. I didn't read a book, but I definitely watched a bunch of videos on it.
Okay, you let other people read, and then they dictated to you.
Hey, look, man, I got through AMP1 because of YouTube, all right? So YouTube is going to get me through this episode.
Okay,
so Maduro he's a bad guy,
yes.
All right? He was in power in Venezuela from 2014 to 2026. How many years is that?
12.
That's a long-ass time.
Yes, that's not Putin level, but getting there.
Exactly. And when you see people who put themselves in power for longer periods of time,
he took power.
I mean, he was elected the first time, and then some of the other elections are a little sketchy. So he apparently lost one, and he maintained power through like some political ties. He was known for silencing people who spoke out against him and journalists. He was falsely imprisoning people in like prisons that did not meet humanitarian bullet points. Like this bad guy all around. And also there was like a joke because after he took power, the country was driven so far down economically that people couldn't find like normal food to eat in a lot of cases, and they had the whole Maduro diet thing, right? So is it necessarily a bad thing that we've taken him out there? Taken him out.
Objective, but
exactly. A lot of people in Venezuela are actually happy about it, but it could be one of those things. It's like, okay, you taken me from a tiger and delivered me to a bear. You know?
Some people were mad when we took Saddam out.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, there's going to be people like that. But like you said, when we took Saddam out, America has a history of doing this, man. So this isn't necessarily the first time. So when I look at it with that perspective, I'm like, okay, so this is kind of just like part and parcel for what we do.
Yeah, I heard something else about it.
Go ahead.
Do you know about the oil yet?
Go ahead.
So basically, what happened is I watched a video about this as well. There was Venezuela has the biggest oil reserve in the world at 300 billion barrels of oil. And what they said was that they have heavy, thick oil where the Saudi oil is thinner oil. So you have to have special facilities that process this oil. And basically some of the only ones that are the most prominent are U.S. refineries, which are in the south of the U.S. And then what happened was Venezuela started a government-owned oil refinery business that was thriving, and like even though Venezuela in the U.S. did not have the greatest ties, they were using that oil because we both were profiting, because like our companies were profiting off their oil, they were profiting off their oil, whatever. When Maduro came in, he basically shut that company down.
Yes.
And so that's why they economically sunk, because they were thriving from that
because they stopped selling to America,
and they stopped selling the oil and stopped letting us. And then we started putting
they did that because they were hanging out with their dictator buddies in Russia and in China. And I was going to get to that, and I was like, well, that does seem a little strange. Like, why would you seriously take over your country? And just because you want to appeal to these individuals, you're going to sacrifice the lives of the people who live here. He's a bad guy.
I mean, it's also funny that our country was talking to oil companies before we took him out. Did you hear
I mean,
did you hear
yeah.
that point? Like, oh yeah, hey, by the way,
This is exactly where I say Trump is transparent, because you've seen him on live television say right after, what's his name, Kelsey Grammer, little squeaky guy, Mima, you know what I'm talking about. Either way, I can't remember his name. Politician, you don't
Ted
know
Cruz?
politician.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Lindsey Graham. Boom. Lindsey Graham was talking, and then he gets up there and he's like, Lindsey Graham is like, this is not about the oil. This is about helping the Venezuelan people. And then Trump is like, and plus we get to keep the oil too. Brother, Trump told the truth right there. Is it disgusting? Yes. It is very sick but it is, on the same note, it is helping the people. But is there anything such as true altruism? Absolutely not.
Yeah. Did you also hear that there is rumors that Venezuela had a hidden $600,000 Bitcoin stash that we were going to take over?
So we are investing in Bitcoin.
So
this is how we do it.
Which is like literally like almost the most Bitcoin in any wallet in the world. They just
so why would they have such a large stash of Bitcoin and not invest it back into the people?
Because their money's worth nothing.
But not invest it back into the people. Like $6 billion in Bitcoin money would definitely be more than what you were doing with your people when they can't find like bread.
He doesn't care about his people.
Well, obviously.
Yeah, but if we get that Bitcoin, our country will be well off.
Dude, I'm just saying is that it almost felt justified to me. When I look at it from the standpoint of, sure, I know that there's a bunch of rich corporations just trying to get their hands on oil and resources and the rare earths, and plus land. Look, lately you've been hearing about Trump talking about going into Greenland and taking over Greenland. I heard a study that says that the Greenland's like the head of security, I guess. So that sounds so belittling. The head of police. I don't know what they have over there, man. But he was like, America could take over Greenland in like the drop of a dime. You see how we just handle Venezuela. The Greenland has an even smaller army because they're mostly peaceful.
Yeah, you know what's interesting I saw about Greenland is I saw a picture online when that came up, and it was about because like they were saying like we need Greenland for defense, and like if you look at but what's interesting, and I never thought of this, whenever they show a world map, it's always from the side, right?
Yeah.
If you show a top down view from the Arctic, basically Alaska, Greenland, and the U.S. make a triangle.
Yeah.
Which Canada would be the most well-protected fucking place in the world because it's surrounded. But it really is, Greenland really is a place in between us and like Russia from the north, between us and Canada and Russia. You never think about, people can go over the top.
Exactly. And that's the very valid way to go.
Yeah, but it's where we're the most susceptible, but you have to go through Canada to do it.
Yeah, but it would be easy for another country to occupy Greenland just as easy as it would be for us.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we should take over. I'm not in the business of taking over countries. I saw something they were going to make Venezuela the 51st state, so I thought that was wild.
I think that
the world is insane, dude.
I think that nobody makes moves like this without having you don't make an investment of this large of an investment without having some information.
Well, back to how Trump's the most transparent president ever.
Brother, I don't know.
Just because he said it's for the oil, you're like, that's it?
He says it's for the oil. What would a normal politician done? They would have just lied to you. They would have said what Lindsey Graham said in the interview.
We're protecting. He's the most.
I'm just saying. It's like when we went for Desert Storm, we were told it was about ending the jihad Muslim regime or whatever the hell it was, and there was no weapons of mass destruction.
Not Desert Storm, Operation Freedom.
Yeah, sure, that one. And I feel like Desert Storm was bullshit. Vietnam, man, what the hell? Even removing Saddam Hussein wasn't necessarily what it was about. It's always about something else. But Trump is telling us the truth there. Now, I don't agree with necessarily the reasoning behind it, but there's not much we can do to stop it. But I'm just appreciating the fact is that through whether it be him wanting to be transparent or pure stupidity and just like inability to keep your mouth shut and keep the lie going like all the good politicians, then sure, it could be that as well.
I think it's
the Greenland thing is another case. He's been saying that since like his week 1 in the office.
I mean,
and he's making moves to do so apparently.
That's going to be insane.
I think that it's insane that our country is making moves like this. I don't know if other presidents were just like, I'm against it, and they were like, you know.
I mean, there's like laws and stuff.
Like this is no way that this was a decision made purely by Trump, man. It takes rooms full of people to move your soldiers.
Usually it takes Congress, and that's the biggest problem of why people are upset.
Yes,
because they just did it without Congress, and that's literally like against the Constitution.
But still, you have to have like the people in the room who are giving you the information. Like, you don't just make people compile the information for him, and then you make a decision. That's how.
You know what else I saw online? I don't know if it was true or not. That they what they did was they knew the house that he was in, and then they built a replica house, and they were running they were running replica runs on the house, so they knew exactly where they needed to go. I was like, damn, our government's smooth, dude. They're just like, we're gonna build a replica house. We're gonna take satellite infrared images, and we're gonna run trial runs. So when we get down there, we've already done it 100 times.
It's so gross, man. When you,
it's pretty gross.
It's pretty. I mean, look, I'm happy for the Venezuelan people. Are you not happy for the Venezuelan people to finally have?
I mean, I'm sure there's some negative shit that's going to happen because of this.
Yeah, but we don't necessarily have that information. I'm a live in the moment type of guy, and I understand if you have a difficulty understanding that. But I see it's like they took out a bad person. They were in a bad predicament, and now the cause of that bad predicament is gone.
Yeah.
I can't be like, well, my leg is healing from the car accident, and be like, well, I'm probably never going to walk the same ever again. I'm just glad to be on my own, too. You know? So when I look at their situation, it's kind of like that. It's like,
how did Iraq do after we took out Saddam?
I'm sorry. What?
How did Iraq do after we took out Saddam, though?
Oh, none of them ever do well after we leave.
So how does it benefit the people?
Because like after we take all their resources, which is the plan.
Okay.
After we take all their resources,
we leave the shell of a country with democracy, and then they're free.
And then we're like, all right, man, all right, we got rid of the bad guy. Take care of yourself.
But they're free though. They're democratic. They get to speak up.
Yeah, but they can't. Okay, look, it's like a kid who runs from an abusive home. Are they better in that abusive home, or are they better out on the street? A lot of times, it's like neither. But the abusive home was the problem. You know, I honestly just read like a story on that whole instance where they're talking about a lot of times. Children who come from abuse homes go to the streets because they want to get away from it.
And they do drugs and turn tricks.
And they find out that it's way worse. So I understand that is a probability as well. Look, man, all I'm saying is that I'm going to give props where props is due. Whether Trump be an idiot or whether he be just like, I want to be as transparent as possible to the American people, I guess he's doing it. And I'm just saying that just so that people understand is like, I do have the ability to have like some sort of perspective on things.
I want to go on the record and say I don't agree with you. And, and that's all the time we have for today's episode. So
no, he is, dude. He's just like, hey, look, I want to get rid of DEI. Hey, I never did anything with Epstein. You're a bad liar. We understand. We already know you did now. Whatever.
That's all the time we have for today's episode.
You always know what he's thinking.
Please make sure to like and subscribe for Jonas.
Go America. Don't go anywhere else.
And for TNT, we're out.
Don't go anywhere.